I want to say welcome to all of you. How's my half brother Rad? Says Nathan. Rad is doing good. Rad tends to sleep in most Sunday mornings. Being the superstar that he is, Nathan.
When it comes to framing your video, you want to make sure that you don't impale yourself. What are you doing? What? No, you'll do a 3D arrow in there? What? A 3D arrow like computer? Can't you do that on the computer? No, I can't do that. That's insane. Well, okay. Because I don't run a 3D program, plus you don't pay me enough. Well, you don't get paid at all, so anyway, let's just redo it.
Talking to Ryan there.
And today on this quick tips, we are talking about a couple things to keep in mind when framing your shot. First of all, you want to make sure that there's no vertical lines directly protruding straight out of their head, which it looks like that they were skewered, like a shish kebab. Because it just simply doesn't look good, it looks unprofessional, and it looks just weird and awkward and sometimes kind of gross. So make sure that if there's a tree or a flagpole or something in the background that you just simply reposition your camera so that way it's not protruding directly out of your subject's head. And this also applies for horizontal lines. If there's a fence or a window frame or something in the background that's going directly through their ears or through their neck, you don't want to look all Frankenstein weirdish. So make sure that you're definitely keeping in mind how the background looks on your subject that you're shooting, and make sure that you get the best shot that you can. If you're interested in trying to improve your shot even more, make sure you click on this video here and this video here. And hopefully through this information and simplified filming, you can become successful, and in the meantime, always be creating.
Okay. So Ridge with this typical sense of humor, which I love, and he's incorporating that more and more in his videos. That was something that he was already doing, but I encouraged. Yeah, I agree, Chasing America. Great sense of humor. Hey, Nathan, yeah, I was clicked off the video there for a second, but you should have it back. You might be lagging behind us a little bit there. So here's my take on Ridge's video. Okay, first of all, very informative and actually kind of funny because I want to show you guys something here. In my new setup, the way I have this configured, and it's driving me nuts. What's up, Suited Bird? That mic's supposed to be in by Tuesday. Yeah, that's what UPS is telling me. So I was hoping it would get here by this morning, but it hasn't. So, but check this out, Ridge. If you look closely, guys, let me see here if I can do this right. I got a big old beam coming out of the back of my head. So I'm trying to frame my shot. I know that I'm cutting my headroom off a little bit, but I'm trying to frame it where you don't see that beam because I really like the positioning of where I'm at right now. I can't move the beam. It's a weight supporting beam here in my house. That would get ugly real fast. But yeah, so I got the beam. But back to Ridge here. Great tips, guys. This is something that actually we utilize a lot in the news business too when we are out shooting stories, with interviews and things like that. Do not want to have things sticking out of your head. Okay? So, what I want to say, the notes that I took for you, Ridge. Great job catching our attention off the top with your sense of humor, okay?
Framing your video,
when you're talking to your cameraman, Ryan.
You don't impale yourself.
Right here.
What are you doing? What? No, you'll do it.
So he does that whole bit, and it's pretty funny. It catches your attention. You're going to stick around likely for the rest of the video. And your facial expressions are second to none. I mean, some of your looks. Which one was it that really got me, Ridge? That one was good. Was that the one? This one. I mean, I don't know if that's funny, if it's creepy, if it's a little bit of both. But it's great. And you see the big pole coming up. I'm just gonna leave that on there because it's priceless. One of the things I took note of is at the end, when you're talking about the videos, okay? Let's just real quickly watch this again because this is something I think everybody could learn from. Um, it's a meme waiting to happen. Yeah, it certainly is.
Shot that you can. If you're interested in trying to improve your shot even more, make sure you click on this video here and this video here. And hopefully through this
So this video here and this video here. Okay, I like that you put the videos there and you reference some videos to keep driving views. I mean, that's good. Know what videos you're going to put in your end screen before you shoot, Ridge, and this goes for everybody, right? So when you kind of referenced how to shoot video in the first one, in this one here, but not really detailed. And you don't need to go into a whole long dialogue about it, but be super specific about what people are going to see. You didn't even talk about audio when you referenced this one. So I think it's important to, as you're referencing these videos, which is a great idea, guys. We should all be doing that. But when you're doing that, to make sure and know exactly what you want to say about those videos. So, hey, if you want to make sure you know how to frame that shot perfectly, check out this video. And hey, does your audio kind of suck? Well, check this video out. I'll help you out with it. Just be specific in regards to those future videos that you're teasing. Everybody's on a meme alert on you now, Ridge. Sorry about that. Some of your examples of the things coming out were a little weak, but they proved your point. I mean, I get it. You're working with what you have around the house, so I'm not going to nitpick that. But there are some are weaker than others. Like somebody mentioned, they didn't even notice the pole coming out from behind me. Maybe it's because of the way I framed the shot. But at any rate, the gist of what you're trying to say, I think, is the important thing and is a very valid point. I'd love to see you get a little bit more of your simplified filming branding at the end of your video, Ridge. You kind of just
this information and
you tease the videos.
Filming, you can become successful, and in the meantime, always be creating.
You do your tagline, always be creating, which I love, but there's nothing that says simplified. So don't be afraid to promote yourself there. You mention it, which is good, but I don't know if you have some kind of a in screen or something you could do, Ridge, that you could put up behind you. That's something I would suggest. And let's see, what else? And this is something, Ridge, for you specifically that I really think you should be doing. Because of your experience and your background in film creating. Sorry, I'm going to take these off my ears just a little bit because it's kind of weird. You don't hear yourself as well. I would reference something maybe that you came across in your filmmaking. Was there an instance where this was an issue and you guys had to change the way you did it? Like, tell a personal story about your experience with this particular topic. Given what you've done, it adds instant credibility to you, obviously, which is huge. And why not? I mean, if I'm watching, I'm like, oh, wow, this dude's made a couple. And I know you probably have some of that in your descriptions, in your about segment, but it's okay to promote yourself a little bit that way, and it makes for an interesting story. So if you ever have the opportunity to do that when you're making these videos, I would. Even though they're quick tips, work in a quick little story about what happened to you. Okay, so that's what I had for you, Ridge. I mean, all in all, obviously, guys, Ridge knows what he's doing. He's doing great content. When I'm critiquing his stuff, I really have to dig deep to find things. But I think those are some things that could take you even to the next level, Ridge. And that's all I got for you. So thanks for submitting that. Some of the YouTube crouches say not to do it in screen to help watch time. I don't know. I don't mind the way you did this with the thumbnails on your deal, but it just ends so abruptly.
And hopefully through this information and simplified filming, you can become successful, and in the meantime, always be creating.
What I would do is instead of ending the video right there, have a full screen with your Simplified Filming logo. Keep those thumbnails up on that for just, I don't know, 10 seconds, because I'm watching you, and I think I've mentioned this to you before. I'm watching you, and I don't want to click on those things before you're done, right? So unless I'm willing, and if you're on your phone, it's kind of a pain, unless I'm willing to rewind, like just throw up an end screen with your logo, or what have you, create one, and leave those thumbnails up for another 10 seconds. Then people can click on it after you're done talking. Okay, so great job, Ridge. As always, man, I really, look, your Ridge Mallory, My Journey to Wealth stuff is awesome, but I really think I've found your niche here with Simplified Filming, and I know you're focusing a lot of your attention on that right now. But I mean, look, that's your thing, man. And that's one thing, guys, if something is your thing, I mean, exploit that. The Nathan Experience.
It's about to get real dark around here. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, The Nathan Experience. I am Nathan. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing pretty well during these rough times. And if you are new to the channel, well, welcome. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for checking me out. And if you like content where I do reviews and news, like the news I'm going to be talking about in a minute, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Watch this video all the way through, and I upload 1 to 2 times a week. So thank you for checking out this video, and thank you for checking out my channel.
Okay, I'm going to pause it right here for a quick second, Nathan, because there's a couple points I want to make for you right off the top here. This video is 6 minutes long. We're probably not going to watch the whole thing, but I do have a game plan of how I want to critique this for you. First of all, I like that you mixed up your opening a little bit here. You got the music playing. You have your Nathan Experience. Cool. This is a really sharp looking image here. What I would have done is do your little
real dark around.
Things are about to get real dark around here. I would have done that right off the top, okay? Instead of putting your branding stuff right there, I would have done that right off the top. Then I would have gone to this, okay? For no more than, I would say, since there's no moving images, I mean, I would say maybe no more than 5 seconds. And then I would have gone straight from that to this, the breaking news thing, but only for maybe 3 seconds on that, okay? You don't want to have these things going for too long. So start with your tease, you on camera, do your branding, go to the breaking news, and then get into your video, okay? I think that is a better way to stack that.
Back to my channel,
The other issue too, and Nathan, if you could maybe mention in the chat, I know you're here, so that's awesome, what you're using. I think you're either using a laptop, probably, or a phone or something. You don't have a external mic. It doesn't sound to me like the audio is pretty hollow. And so it sounds to me like you're just picking it up off of whatever your video source is. So one thing that you could do is, I look at this shot, Nathan, you see there's a lot of wasted space over in here, okay? And I love this stuff. That stuff is good. So what I would do is tighten that up just a little bit, okay? You also have some light splash coming in. It's not bad. It doesn't bother me too much, to be honest with you. But just be cautious of that. Your lighting you need to get that lighting a little bit more in the front versus, it looks like there's a light over here on the side, and then there's some outdoor, you must have a window or something over on your left side. And so try to get that lighting coming. Get a ring light if you can. They're really cheap. I mean, that's what I'm using right now. It's the only light I have. And try to fill your face out a little bit better than having all that stuff. Because see how that's kind of blue? That's from the outdoor lighting, okay? It's your phone, yeah. So they do make little lapel mics, clip-on mics that'll go right into your phone, Nathan, and you might look into that. I have one. It was literally 20 or 30 bucks on Amazon. It's not awesome. It's not, studio quality, but it's not bad. And it'll plug right into your phone. It has an adapter on it. So look into that. A clip or a lapel microphone, they call them. That'll give your audio a little more bass, and it'll be a lot better. I would also save the plea for subscribers and all of that you do. It was funny how you did it. You please, you don't want to look too desperate, but it was kind of funny.
Channel, the Nathan Experience. I am Nathan.
Introduce yourself, but wait until the end to do all that, because honestly, who's going to subscribe to you when they haven't seen anything yet, right? So it doesn't do you any good to make that plea until you've actually provided some content for them to watch, if that makes sense. So wait until the end for that. Okay. Now, what I do like, those are some things that I think you can work off right off the top of your video that'll really help. Now,
I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, just as much as I am, especially with the news I just got. So I received news the other day from a website called comicbook.com about an upcoming animated film from DC Comics. And as you know how much of a fan I am of some of these DC Comics animated films, and I will post the link of this article down below in the description below. And this new movie is called Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. It is...
Okay, so now we're finally starting to get into what it is you're going to be doing in this video. We're over a minute into it. So be careful with that, Nathan. You want to get people click on this because now obviously your loyal followers are going to click on it regardless, but if you're looking to get outside people to join your channel and grow your channel, they're clicking on it because they want to know about this Justice League Dark and Superman Red Sun, blah, blah, blah. So, get to it.
And indirect sequel to Justice League War and Justice League Dark. And it starts off the beginning of this new film.
Oh, I did grab the wrong video. Oh, shoot. Well, you know what though, Nathan? It's similar in how you go about it. I did grab the wrong video. So, the notes that I took were for the other one, and you had a lot more light coming in off the window. The shot was looser. You've actually tightened it up a bit here, which does look better. Sorry about that. But I think basically the bottom line is they're going to be the same. When you talked about the different... your knowledge is really good. Like, you clearly know your stuff.
Where
and
this movie ended. However, I think...
So, I mean, that in and of itself is actually really good, Nathan. But, here it is.
Hello, everybody.
Here it is. Okay. So, guys, same thing on the intro and stuff. But now, do you see what I'm talking about with the lighting? I don't know why that went to that video. My apologies. The shot's too loose. Okay. See all this? See how he tightened that up a little bit in the one we just saw? That's good. You were trying to frame it, I bet you, with this poster. Don't do that. Don't get sucked into that. Either lower the poster or just cut the poster off somewhere where you have to. But you don't want that much headroom and all this wasted space. You did a better job with that in the video we just watched. Look at the lighting. You got to really watch that. And I kind of talked about that a little bit. So sorry about that. All the stuff that I mentioned on the intro stands. It was the same.
Welcome to my channel.
So
thank you for checking me out. And if you like content,
also wait on the please.
And
till the end for subscribers. Now here's what I wanted to talk about.
And it is going to be a live action TV series, and as far as I'm concerned, it's either going to be on HBO or streaming on HBO.
Go Donnie, we'll get to you next, man. Stick around.
Yay on that. Now, if that is the case, I do have several suggestions.
Here's
One,
what I like. Before we get into, I love that you're bringing up a topic and you're offering suggestions. I think that's fantastic, Nathan, and
I think
that
you should
provides
bring
value.
back Derek Mears as Swamp Thing.
This is great. Love that you mixed in some visual elements to this. You cranked up the audio in your editing, and so your use of pictures and music is spot on. Again, you got to get that microphone fixed. The one thing I might add, Nathan, is maybe some graphics as far as when you say number 1, number 2, some of those different things. Put that on the screen too. Instead of just verbalizing it, you could actually put, point number 1 or number 2.
And he played Zero Swampy on the short-lived TV series Swamp Thing that was on the DC Universe.
Okay, I'm going to skip ahead here. Again, you do that with all of your points, which is great. You bring up the pictures and the music. Yeah, Mr. Original, that's the music I think Chris Regnob Vlogs used in his video last week. I want to skip ahead to the end because there's something here that you do that I think a lot of people should be doing, and it's something I've been working on.
Thank you, JJ Abrams, for coming on board on that. I definitely would love to see this as a live-action.
I'm trying to remember where exactly it is.
Live-action show, and I'm pretty sure all the fans will definitely be excited and filling with the anticipation for this show. So that's all I got. That is it for this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button.
There you do that. That's good.
For a couple of seasons of Swamp Thing, but after what happened to Swamp Thing, it didn't pan out. But it looks like it's going to start over again over on HBO. So thank you, JJ Abrams, for coming on board.
Well, I'm trying to remember where it is.
Guys, is make sure you do your research before you set the budget, so that way you don't make the same mistake again twice. Now, originally they were going to do Justice League Dark on the DC Universe.
Your knowledge of the subject matter is very good, Nathan. I'm having a hard time finding where it was. I watched it earlier, and what I was going to get at is you offer an opinion and a solution, which is great. You also ask your viewers to engage by asking questions at the end. And that's something I think we should all be doing, right? It drives engagement. It drives them to comment below. Instead of you just saying, hey, leave me a comment down below. What do you think of the video? Like, ask an actual question. And so you do that in this. Again, I apologize. Can't figure out where it is. I'm going to have to move on here. But that is really good. And your ending is great. You do the plea, and you actually watch this.
I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Namaste. Live long and prosper. And peace out.
That's great. See, Ridge, this is what I'm talking about. I like that, right? He's done talking. Now we have 10 seconds or so to actually take a breath. Okay, boom, boom. Click on his links. So, just to recap very quickly, Nathan, I apologize for getting the wrong video initially there, but work on the framing. It looks like maybe you're making some strides there. Try to get a little better audio by fixing that framing and bringing the phone closer. It'll help, but maybe get a little external mic if you can. Save all of, reformat how you do the beginning as far as the way you do your intro and your teaser. Great job having a teaser. Just do that off the top, then your branding, and then get into the video. And then also, what else was I have? Oh, and then save all of the subscriber stuff for the end, which you did again at the end, but you didn't need to do it at the beginning. Okay? Again, you know your stuff, which is fantastic. Keep that up. And if anybody's looking for reviews, you're obviously going to be able to provide them one with some knowledge. So that's fantastic. You're providing your viewers with some value. And love your ending. So good job, Nathan. Thank you for that submission. let's get it in here to Go Donnie. He is a very unique channel. Nathan, again, thank you very much. Food Bank Challenge. Now, so I'm going to play the video, and then we'll go from there, because I didn't know exactly. It says it in it, but I didn't realize he had done a 30-hour live stream prior to this video for the Food Bank Challenge, which is amazing.
How y'all doing out there, TV land? This is Cool Johnny. C-O-M. Out there in TV land. Hey, how y'all doing out there, TV land? How's everybody doing in TV land today? This is Ralph, man. I just come to tell you about some information that I heard from godonnie, C-O-M. Yeah, man. He's doing a food bank challenge. Yeah, we're all getting together. We're doing this program. We're grabbing all of our groceries. Yeah, you know the stuff you bought during the pandemic. You ran down to the grocery store. You emptied out all the canned goods. Yeah, man, any canned goods, dried items, box it up, put it in a box. Take it to your local food bank. The Food Bank Challenge, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You know people are hungry right now. Americans are starving.
So what he does, Donnie puts himself on camera, does his intro. Hey, what's up out there in TV land? It's kind of his shtick, his way in. He also has the "Come on, man" line that he uses in his videos, which I love. And then he starts to use this puppet character to deliver his message about the need for food and, you know, the food bank challenge that's happening right now. He goes into some of the details about that, which is fantastic. You're welcome, Nathan. Mr. Original says the music's a really nice touch, very chill. And I agree. The music is perfect for this. Now Donnie's a DJ, so you know he knows a thing or two about music. But yeah, he nailed that. Buds, Coins, and Variety. If I have time, I will get to some other videos. But if you want to submit a link in the on my Facebook page or in the discussion tab on my channel, I'll try to get to it today. There's no guarantees on that, but if I don't today, I'll get to it next week. Weeqat, I'm going to get to you, man. All right, I'm glad you're here. I waited for you just because I wanted to see if you showed up. Okay, back to Go Donnie. So I love how he does that, right? He delivers his message with the puppet, and, you know, it's just his way of doing it. And he adds little fun graphics to keep it visually appealing.
Man.
Now, here's one thing that threw me off when I first watched
Give 'em some
this.
of your time. Go give them some of your money. This is a great thing for everybody to do. The Food Bank Challenge. Come on, man. Yo, man. This is Ralph.
Yes! It's over! It's done! This is what it takes to make a 30-hour live stream happen.
Goodness.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, all of this is what it takes. It was fun. It was 30 hours of madness. Yeah! Not 24, but 30. And the winner is Honest Abe. Abe Lincoln. 30 hours, 10 minutes and 40 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah. Watch time, 3 days.
Jeez.
Come on, man.
It's a way to build some watch time. So when I watched it, I got a little confused by, okay, what, and maybe it's just because I don't know your channel well enough, Go Donnie. I'm relatively new to your channel, but what was the Ralph thing about? Like, he came in and said, hey, it's Ralph. And then we go into this whole, look at this, look at all this stuff, which is a really cool behind the scenes look. I love that you did that. You obviously did it like once your live stream was over. I just felt like Carl Lucas, welcome to the stream. Thanks for posting that. I will get to it if I can today. If not, it'll be next week. We'll just kind of see how things are going here. Thanks for doing it the right way, though. So, Donnie, I felt like I needed a little more setup on all of that, right? So I guess if everybody watched your 30 hours of live streaming, they knew what was going on. But if I just happened to get to you, I like to have videos stand alone in that if I can just come across it and click on it and I know what's happening. I didn't get that until, I had to do a little bit more research. Now, I know that you mention it in your descriptions, which is good. But again, at the intro, I would have maybe, when you're doing all this, I would have
out there in TV land.
I would have maybe said something to the effect of, man, I'm exhausted. I just did 30 hours of live streams for the food bank challenge, and then kind of got into the other stuff, just so that I knew at the end there what exactly was going on. You're obviously, Donnie, what makes your channel so unique and fun is your personality. I mean, you're just a character.
Hey,
and
how y'all doing out there, TV land?
the other thing I would have, which is really key, I mean, that's super important, obviously. I would like to see some B-roll in this when we're talking about bringing in the cans of food and the things like that. Even if it's not video of it, maybe if you go into your pantry, or pull some pictures or something, maybe show me some video that matches the words a little bit.
This is Ralph, man.
I would have rather seen that than some of these little
GIFs
or whatever they are.
C-O-M.
These are fine, but
Yeah, man. He's doing a food bank challenge. Yeah, we're all getting together. We're doing this program.
so again, I love the message that you're spreading here, and it's a unique way of doing it. I think just anytime you can match what's being said with what I'm seeing, that's ideal. I talked about the ending a little bit there, so just maybe, again, set that up a little bit better. But it's crazy how much stuff you had. How in the hell did you hook all that up, man? I mean, that could be an interesting video in and of itself, to show the setup process of what you were doing there. Goodness, that was insane. I love the "come on, man." That's your signature line. Keep it up, Donnie. Your videos are super entertaining, man. So I'm not gonna get too in depth on that, because I think you make them fun to watch. Just try to be thinking a little more big picture for folks that are not fully, that don't know you well enough yet. They don't know what you've been doing. They haven't seen any of your other videos. They just saw a food bank challenge and they thought, oh, that might be interesting. I'm going to click on it. And then they're like, at the end of it, they're like, wait, what the hell is all this stuff about, right? So you want to make sure that, and this goes for everybody, you want to make sure that every video you do, in my opinion, stands alone. It needs to tell a story. I've done a video on that with my Media Authority channel, which, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to that, guys, Media Authority, that is my channel where I am eventually going to be moving all this kind of content to. Right now I'm putting it on rants for now, just to get it some exposure, but eventually it's all going there. So please click on over there and subscribe. Good morning, Ninth Element. Welcome to the stream. 8 of us doing a 24-hour live stream for a food bank challenge. That is so cool, man. I mean, that is just awesome. So I guess just explain that a little bit in the beginning, what you've done, and then the whole thing would have made more sense, I guess is what I'm saying, if I'm coming in blind. Okay? So, Donnie, those are my points for you, my friend. Add some B-roll if you can, some pictures, some video, anything to match what we're hearing, and just work on creating that big picture story so that it all stands alone. But keep your on-camera persona, and what you do there is next level, man. I mean, that's what's going to bring people back to your channel, because they want to hear and see you. Okay. Okay, here is Weeqat and his video "Late for Work." Guys, I've reviewed one of Weeqat's videos before, and this is only a minute and a half, minute 24, so we're going to watch the whole thing. And here we go. Oh, stand by, guys. You know what? Real quickly, I forgot. Oh yeah, I have the closed captioning on. Okay, it's in French, so you'll have to read it.
Beep. Beep.
Qu'est-ce que je vais dire cette fois? J'ai plus aucune excuse. Je calme, on s'en fout. Même pas en retard. Patron m'engueulera pas, je suis à l'heure. Ah mais en fait c'est Pâques. Y a pas besoin de travailler les amis. On va pouvoir faire des vidéos toute la journée. C'est Pâques, donc on va cacher des œufs. On a caché des œufs pour Ophélie et je dis on parce que Aguiz a participé activement. Avec sa petite patte, il a dégommé des œufs et je sais pas où il les a mis. Tu vas devoir trouver ces 3 types d'œufs. Il y en aura forcément qu'on retrouvera pas et qu'au déménagement on va les revoir.
Oh, ces petites crottes de lapin. Oh. Là, je les ai tous trouvés, je pense.
Non.
Un œuf dans un œuf.
Pensez à vous abonner et liker si vous avez bien aimé. Si vous aussi vous êtes en congé et que vous ne travaillez pas, et ben profitez-en. Mais n'oubliez pas, restez à la maison. Stay safe and enjoy.
Awesome. Okay, so wow. Whoops. Let's see here. So Weeqat, you're first and foremost. Let me just say, your shooting ability, your video quality, all of that is top notch, man. I mean, like honestly, you could totally be a photojournalist, videographer in television news. You could probably do movies, whatever. You're really a great shooter, extremely solid there. So I don't have a lot to offer in regards to that because I think you're already doing it really well. I do think here on this opening sequence, though, maybe what you could have done, because what we see here is basically 3 shots that are all the same. And what I would have done, personally, you got the wide shot establishing you're in bed. I would have cut to a close-up shot of your face, maybe a close-up shot of the cat, then a close-up shot of the, or you could come back wide real quick, and then a close-up shot of the alarm clock. Okay, it's called sequencing, which I know you know about sequencing, but instead of seeing the 3 different shots that are all very similar, get some close-ups. When we see the beep, 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 let me see that alarm clock, and then let me see you, right, like pick it up right here where you're reacting to that alarm clock. Oh, I got to get up, boom. And then from there, I mean, this is all just, love that. That whole thing, and then you... And so basically, if you guys were having a hard time following it because you were watching it and didn't read, essentially he's like, oh crap, I'm late for work, gets ready, sits down, then realizes, oh, it's Easter. And then decides to hide some Easter eggs from his girlfriend, wife, not sure, Weeqat, but... and then we see her finding some of the eggs. And it's just kind of a cute little, I don't have to work, I get to make videos and do this. Really a fun little video. I love how you also, with your shots, do a lot of foreground depth on your shots, Weeqat. I want to show you the one that really stands out. I love this at the end. Now see, that's a sequence. See how he went from holding it and he's going to put it down to down. That was great. But there was a shot that you used that really illustrates the foreground technique that you do. Oh, here it was with the focus. That's just a cool shot. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, it rack focuses to you in focus. So he knows what he's doing, guys, with the camera. There is no doubt about that. Just think about getting those sequences even off the top of that video. I would have also liked to have seen you hide the eggs a little bit with some commentary, like had a little fun with that, Weeqat. Like, all right, I got these eggs, we're going to put them in different spots. I don't know, maybe you were trying to keep the video to a certain length, and that's why you didn't do it, which is fine. But, you have such a fun personality. It would have been fun to see you hide those eggs a little bit. But your demeanor and your attitude, you're very enjoyable to watch, if that makes sense. And so, also, I would work a little bit more on your titles. So, it says late for work, but it doesn't say anything about Easter or Easter eggs or Easter egg hunts. You get 100 characters on your title, so utilize those. I'm starting to do that a lot more. I used to just do my titles so they kind of were short and to the point. But the more and more I'm seeing with some of the big time YouTubers, some of their suggestions are to try to utilize the amount of characters you get in that title and be a lot more descriptive. It'll help you out in your search, the SEO, the search engine optimizations. Just make sure when you do that you also put those words, that title, in the description and also down in the tags verbatim. And that'll help drive more traffic if people are looking for Easter egg hunts or what to do if you're late for work, or be thinking about how to phrase that. Like if somebody's going to YouTube and searching for something, think about what they might type in and try to title your video similar. Okay? Let me get to the chat here. GoDonnie is saying, hey guys, leave a genuine comment. He'll get back to you. Yeah, and he will. So be connecting with each other. Jelly Duck says, Nathan says, great job on the subtitles. Yeah. Clock would have been nice. Chasing America, question. Our channel's based on trucking, but I occasionally do videos not related to trucking, like I have an upcoming video about a tornado that ripped through our hometown. Your thoughts? Well, Chasing, my channel's called Rants with Rogers, and when I first started it, all I did was rants. I mean, my first probably 50 to 75 videos, I think I'm over 100 videos now, were rants. And now I'm starting to do some stuff like this. And, there's two schools of thought there. They say to niche down, right? And so I feel like if the majority of your videos are a certain thing, or maybe you do half and half of one thing or another, as long as you explain that in your about section, just be descriptive in the descriptions, like, hey, this isn't something we normally do, but check out this video we came across, like on our travels or whatever. I mean, that actually still kind of fits. I don't know, or maybe you weren't traveling, but at any rate, I don't have a problem with mixing things up a little bit. Would I like my channel to be all one thing? Like Media Authority is going to really be focused on tips for YouTubers and aspiring journalists. That's my whole thing there. And that's why eventually I'm going to move all of this stuff over to that and keep Rants with Rogers rant stuff related. Because I do want to keep that niche down. I think it is ideal. But right now, as we're trying to grow, I would just say put as much content on there as you can. You know what I mean? Like if you come across something that you think people will be interested in, whether it fits your channel description or not, put it on there. Why not? Get some views. You might gain a couple of subscribers that think the video is really cool, right? And then, so it's not, I don't think it's hurting anything. I really don't. Yeah, guys, I think at this point, the way things are going today, I probably won't get to any new submissions, okay? But if you want your video reviewed next week, please leave a link in the discussion tab or on my Facebook page. Connect with me there anyway, and I have a post. Put the link there, and I will make sure that it will be on the top of the list to get to next week. You will. I don't have a waiting list. I'm going to do all the 5 that I got, but I don't think I'm going to get to any more at this point because I hear my family's getting up, and I want to spend a little bit of time with them. So Mr. Original says, doesn't see anything wrong with a bit of variety. In his opinion, it's nice to branch out a little early. I agree. That's kind of what I was saying too. Just catching up here, guys. So stand with. Titles and thumbnails are the hardest part. Yeah, they can be pretty tricky, Weeqat. I actually found, you know what I'm going to do? I found a program that is really cool. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've changed my thumbnails a little bit here recently. I'm going to drop this in the chat. See if this works. Okay. That link right there that I just put is free. You can do a lot of stuff with it. And so check it out, because I've actually really feel like my graphics, my thumbnails have stepped up because of that. I was using a different one before, but now I really enjoy this one that I just put the link down. So check that out. There are other ones too, but this one's free and you can do a lot with it. It's what I use. Photoshop's obviously a great one. Paint is great. Computer Chick's been revamping some thumbnails from past videos, and some of those videos are getting views and yeah. I mean, optimize those videos. Good for you, computer. I think, you know, it is important to do. So Weeqat, that is what I have for you, my friend. You know, make that title a little bit more descriptive. Work on that sequencing off the top. Don't be afraid to put yourself in there, putting those eggs around. But I mean, great job. I mean, your videos are very entertaining, and I highly recommend folks check out your channel. This is actually a coworker of mine, and he gave me a National Days calendar here a while back. And Jelly Duck, thank you. I will get to that for sure. I want to watch it anyway. By the way, guys, don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you haven't already. I appreciate it. Anyway, I did a rant about National Days because they just drive me crazy. We talk about them in the news all the time, and I've had enough of the National Days. So anyway, my coworker Aaron, he gave me a calendar out of jest, and now he's made a video about it. So let's just watch this real quick. It's pretty short.
So even though I have discontinued the Reelist monthly vlogs on this channel, if you look back to the January monthly vlog, the first and only monthly vlog that I've put on this channel, I've actually included a few shots of and talked about the National Day calendar gifted to one of my anchor friends at the news station, Matt Rogers, and his National Day calendar that's now on his desk. And in that vlog, I take a few shots of a couple of the pages as the month progresses, what the National Days were on those days that I was at the station, and managed to take out my phone and get clips of those National Day pages and put them into the vlog. But even though I'm not doing the monthly vlog anymore on this channel, I still like to, on the days that I'm at the news station, on the days that I remember to get a shot at his desk when I'm not too busy or anything's going on, I still take out my phone and get kind of a short 5 or 6 second clip of what the National Day is, of what the National Day page currently is on that calendar. So I still like to get those clips once in a while. I still like to record what's on his National Day calendar just out of curiosity.
Okay, so he kind of goes on and on a little bit. One of my suggestions to Aaron, and by the way, his channel name is Sir Reelist, and Aaron is a very skilled photojournalist, editor. He works in TV, behind the scenes. The guy is really knows his stuff. One of my tips, Aaron, for you on this was I felt like you could have. First of all, where's your open? Because I know you have a really cool open. Where did it go? And also, you kind of. I would have liked to have seen you get to it a little bit more. And I'll tell you what. His camera quality is clearly very good. Your background is awesome. The shot is perfectly framed, which I wouldn't expect anything less from you. Sir Realist, you should check out Simplified Filming, and vice versa. You guys actually, who knows, maybe you guys could do a little collaboration effort. But
when I'm working. So instead of not doing any
instead
of
of
that, because I'm not doing
going
monthly
so
vlogs, I'm
much
just gonna
into
do
the
kind of these
explanation, I
short,
would have
lots
gotten
more
into
fun
the
to
video.
have.
So here's what he does. Watch this.
Matt Rogers National Day calendar, and for Matt days on that calendar. So here you go for a little extra fun stuff from Matt Rogers National Day calendar. And for Matt Rogers, if you're watching, you're welcome.
I didn't even
Lots
know
more
he did
fun
this,
have.
to be honest with you. So he just came up and he this is the little calendar that he got me. And every day I flip it, the page on it, even though I really don't care. Because I hate national days. I mean, really? Some of the national days, you guys, are so stupid. You gotta watch my rant on that, honestly. Go back. It's one of the first videos I did. One of my best, actually, I would say. And check it out. All right, a waffle day. You know, I could get behind that a little bit, but so he does that. Now, Aaron, what I think would have made this video way better is for you to show, ballet day, for you to show the National Day clip of my calendar of my desk, and then like I want to see you like doing that. So then cut to video of you eating a waffle, right? Or whatever some of the other ones were before you go on to the next one. Like that would have taken, I know it would have been more work, but that would have taken that video up a notch. Also there was a graphic there that you did. Make sure, you know, that your graphic matches the day. Where was that? Which one was it? I think it was the January one. There was a day where you put a graphic up on the screen and it didn't match. So just be cautious of that. Attention to detail. I don't remember where it is. Maybe I'm seeing things. But anyway, and then, I mean, Aaron's a really good, really skilled shooter, writer, editor. He actually does short little sketches too. But little less on the explainer stuff at the beginning. Use that time, Aaron, if you're worried about how long the video is. Use that time to show me some clips of you reenacting, like eating some peanut butter or a steak, and you know, just even with the music. You don't even have to say anything necessarily. It just would have been more. I think it would have been funnier to do it that way. That was my. And get that open in there. Do a little teaser off the top. Do that whole thing. Your background is great, obviously, all of that. So guys, check in with Sir Reelist. He does a variety of different things here, Spokane based. I work with him. He works in TV, and he is very talented. Again, that is Sir Reelist. He actually, Aaron actually is the one that really got me to do YouTube. I mean, there's a bunch of people at work that would always tell me you should do a YouTube channel, rant, you know, do rants. But Aaron's the one that kind of told me how to do it. I wasn't sure, and so I owe my YouTube career to him. A career that has netted me basically $0. Aside from a couple of Patreons, Jelly Duck and Angel Munez variety show, who I so much appreciate. If you'd like to support the channel, by all means, there's a Patreon link in my description section. Okay, here we go, Mr. Original. Title is based on an older Mafia meme. The description complements it and the intended overall feel of the animation. Okay. That's not how Mafia works.
Hey everybody, look! Check me out!
So he's drawing all these. Hey, what was that for? Turn around, idiot. Pikachu. Pikachu looks really sad. Pikachu's crying. Uh-oh. Wait, we're getting into some kind of like potential fighting scene here, I think. I don't know how you do these animation things, Mr. Original. That whole world is beyond me. That's gonna melt the ice cream. Wow. The links they went to get the ice cream. I feel like the last couple of submissions you've sent me, Mr. Original, have been much better in regards to the storytelling stuff that I had mentioned to you before. And I don't know if that's something you've done differently, or if maybe I'm just starting to get it a little bit better. But I think that the last couple have been much easier for me to follow in that regard. And so, I mean, good job on that. Again, I don't know much about animation. To me, that looks like really well done. So I don't even know what I would change on that. So I feel like I'm getting them more. And like this video, it was made almost a year ago, but I mean, over 800 views. So that's obviously people that are into it, and that's really good, especially for a channel of less than 350 subscribers. So great job. You're getting a lot of comments on there and all that. Again, as I look, just be sure to make sure you share this stuff out on social media if you can, to your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, things like that. Make sure you're putting in tags, and because according to my video optimization checklist, your tags are too short. There are no cards or end screens. Just work on your SEO, on your searchability of your videos a little bit more when it comes to some of that stuff. But yeah, look, again, I'm not an animation guy, but I followed that. It made sense. I liked it. I mean, it was really well sequenced and put together. So, told a story, which is good. Good job. Okay, yeah. So, I'm just now getting it, but those are some of your better ones. Okay, that makes sense. Um, my schedule for my lives. Yeah. So Weeqat is asking for me to go over that again for you guys. So Sunday mornings. Let me bring myself back up full here because that's the last review I'm going to be doing this morning, guys. Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So adjust however that means for you. That is when I have been doing the video reviews. I'm taking the reviews that are submitted to me on my discussion tab here on YouTube and on my Facebook page, Rants with Rogers. Just search that. You'll find it. There's a post on there where you can submit requests. I'm taking those first come, okay? So that way I have a chance to look them over ahead of time. So again, Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. Pacific, all times Pacific. Thursday nights I go live with my wife and we usually play some games that involve you, the viewers. We've been doing a month-long game of Loser Game, giving away a prize this Thursday. It's too late to get entries into that, but we'll be doing some new things. I'm actually going to announce Thursday night. I think I am prepared to announce the next big thing coming to Rants with Rogers, you guys. And I will probably fill in my Patreons on what that is here either today or tomorrow. But come Thursday night, I'm going to make the announcement to everybody. I think you guys are going to dig it. Okay? So look for that. It is, again, the next big thing coming to Rants with Rogers. I also do some live chat while I run my playlist from time to time. And then on Wednesdays, I'm doing Rogers Reveals, where I get to know you guys, the YouTubers out there, and the different niches that you might be involved in. I've already had Jelly Duck on. I had Arizona Small Business Insider on this past week. I think I can announce this coming week I am going to have Angel Munez Variety Show on Wednesday. Those typically are between 10 and noon Pacific time. And so a lot of you may know Angel. He's a great guy and a great supporter. So we'll get to know him a little bit more on Wednesday. So that is my schedule, Weeqat and everybody. So as far as lives go, and then I upload videos on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So be sure to check those out. I'm running out of steam, guys, because I haven't had breakfast yet and the coffee is out. And so I think I'm going to wrap this up. But thank you so much to those of you who have submitted. And hopefully you got some value out of this. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. And please let people know in your community about what I'm doing here and invite them to show up. Again, I don't have to be watching one of your videos to maybe say something that makes sense for you. Anyway, have a great rest of your Sunday, you guys. Again, I hope to have a new microphone for next week. That is the plan anyway. I better have it by then. And hopefully this one worked out okay for you guys. But I'll play a little tunes here as we go. I'll let you guys connect with one another. And gosh, thanks so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day. And I will see you soon right here on Rants with Rogers. Take care, guys.